A Hat in Time, 2 players. Alpaca Ball All-Stars, 8 players. Animal Crossing, 4 players. Aniquilation, 2 players. AO Tennis, 2 players. Aqua Kitty UDX, 2 players. Aqua Lungers, 4 players. Arms, 2 players. Asphalt 9 Legends, 2 players. Barda Space Station, 4 players. Baking Time, 2 players. Bang On Balls, Chronicles, 2 players. Barony, 4 players. Bee Simulator, 2 players. Ben 10, Power Trip, 2 players. BlazBlue Central Fiction Special Edition, 2 players. Blink, Rogues, 2 players. Borderlands Series, 2 to 4 players. Brawl Hauler, 4 players. Brothers A Tale of 2 Sons, 2 players. Brunch Club, 4 players. Bullet Soul Infinite Burst, 2 players. Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, 2 players. Cat Quest Series, 2 players. Cave Blazers, 2 players. Chapeau, 4 players. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, 4 players. Crypt of the Necrodancer Synchrony, 4 players. Cuphead, 2 players. Dark Witch Music Episode, Rudimical, 2 players. Darksiders Genesis, 2 players. Death Road to Canada, 4 players. Death Trash, 2 players. Devil May Cry 3, Special Edition, 2 players. Diablo 3, 4 players. Disc Jam, 4 players. Disney Illusion Island, 4 players. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, 2 players. Don't Starve Together, 2 players. Dragon Ball Fighters, 6 players. Dynasty Warriors 8, Empires, 2 players. Earth Defense Force 2017 Portable, 2 players. Ember Knights, 4 players. Enter the Gungeon, 2 players. Ever After Falls, 2 players. Farm Together, 2 players. Fast RMX, 4 players. FIFA Series, 4 players. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, 2 players. G.I. Joe, Operation Blackout, 2 players. Gang Beasts, 8 players. Genikids, for players. Gigantosaurus the Game, for players. Go Vacation, for players. Goat Simulator 3, 2 players. Graven, 2 players. Grid Autosport, 2 players. Guacamole 1 and 2, for players. Hand in Hand, 2 players. Harvest Life, 2 players. Horizon Chase 2, for players. Hot Wheels Unleashed, 2 players. Human, Fall Flat, 2 players. Hypercharge, Unboxed, for players. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity 2, 2 players. Inertial Drift, 2 players. It Takes Two, 2 players. Juicy Realm, 2 players. Jumanji, the video game, for players. Just Dance, 6 players. Kamikaze Veggies, 2 players. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, 2 players. Kirby Star Allies, 4 players. Lego Series, 2 players. Lesson Learned, for players. Luigi's Mansion 3, 2 players. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, 2 players. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, for players. Mario Party Superstar, 4 players. Mario Strikers Battle League, 8 players. Mario Tennis Aces, 2 players. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order, for players. Megabyte Punch, for players. Mercenary Kings, for players. Minecraft, for players. Minecraft Dungeons, for players. Monster Outbreak, 2 players. Mortal Kombat 1, 2 players. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy, 2 players.
I will defeat you.
NBA 2K Series, 4 players.
Pastor Hayes.
Nintendo Switch Sport, 2 players. Obakidoro, 3 players. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, 2 players. One Piece Unlimited World R, 2 players. Outward Definitive Edition, 2 players. Overcooked All You Can Eat, 2 players. Paperman Adventure Delivered, 2 players. Part-Time UFO, 2 players. PAW Patrol Mighty Pups Adventure Bay, 2 players. Pikmin Series, 2 players. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, 2 players. Pokken Tournament DX, 2 players. Portal 2, 2 players. Portal Knights, 2 players. Quadroids, for players. Quest Hunter, for players. Rayman Legends, for players. Red Wing Series, 2 players. Resident Evil Series, 2 players.
Just want to get out of here.
Rise, Race the Future, 2 players. River City Girls 1 and 2, for players. Robinauts, 2 players. Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder, 2 players. Rocket League, for players. Samurai Showdown, 2 players. Samurai Warriors 5, 2 players. Shovel Knight Series, 2 players. Sky Rogue, 2 players. Smells Like a Mushroom, 2 players. Spelunker HD Deluxe, 4 players. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, 2 players. Stardew Valley, 2 players. Starlink Battle for Atlas, 2 players.
Warning. Starlink tether is almost broken.
Streets of Rage 4, for players. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse, 2 players. Super Bomberman R, 4 players. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, 4 players. Super Mario Wonder, 4 players. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, 4 players. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 8 players. Superstar Blast, for players. Team Sonic Racing, for players. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge, 6 players. Terraria, 2 players. The Escapists 2, 2 players. The Garden Path, 2 players. The Stretchers, 2 players. Titan Quest Anniversary Edition, 2 players. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, 2 players. Totally Reliable Delivery Service, 4 players. Towerfall, 4 players. Trine Series, 3 players. Under Night in Birth 2 System, Callus, 2 players. Unravel 2, 2 players. Untitled Goose Game, 2 players. WarioWare Move It, 2 players. Warriors Orochi 4, 2 players. WWE 2K18, for players. Yoshi's Crafted World, 2 players. Zarya, The Celestial Sisters, 2 players.